You're listening
You're listening
You're listening
to another episode
of the FreshTakes
podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the FreshTakes podcast. I'm your host, alongside my fabulous co-host Tank. So Pat quit. No, I'm just kidding. We don't know where Pat's at.
Oh, I thought he really did quit.
I doubt that Pat would have quit without giving us a notice.
So, I just want to say I tried my hardest in the playoffs.
Yeah, if it wasn't for those garbage time Jacoby Meyer catches, you would have won. And if they didn't call back that DeAndre Swift touchdown.
Yeah,
But
you know, it is what it is.
hey, welcome to the loser bracket with Pat and I. But
I can't try to get like first pick or anything. So
yeah, you're like stuck at middle. Say you're stuck in 5 or 6. But
I guess it is what it is.
hey, that helps me with your 7th round pick there. Or what, 6? What did I take?
You gave me
I think I got
10th,
your.
and I gave you my.
I said I think I have your 6th. I know. I wrote it down so that I could keep track for. Yeah, I got your 6th, and you have my 10th. I tried to get Joe's. I think I tried to get Joe's 8th in return for my 12th, but he would also get Devontae Smith. And he was like, if we did like a full dynasty league, then maybe, something like that is a smart trade. But Smith is also coming off of a hamstring injury. And if he would have traded me Smith, and then played him over, say, DK or Jameis Williams that he had, he would have beat Danny this week. And he would have been in the Final Four. But hey, man, when you are stupid, you're stupid. But that's my brother.
Call him out how it is. Like,
But all right, ladies and gentlemen, since it's just Tank and I, we're still going to do in and outs, but we have one less person's opinion to care about.
right?
So, all right, Tank, are we in or we out? The Niners move on from Debo next year.
Well, I mean, since they have us and they signed Ayuk, yeah, I kind of see them moving away from him.
I say I don't know if his contract's over or not. I don't think it is, but I try and shop him so you can save money to sign Brock Purdy because Purdy's contract's coming up soon. And I think Kittle's contract's coming up soon.
But do you
So,
stick with Purdy? I mean, I'm not saying because he has shown that he can make you go to the promised land, to the Super Bowl. But I mean, I don't know. Do you still keep with him?
I keep with Purdy only because this year, it's all injuries this year that's kind of hurt them. And then, who would be in the free agency? Daniel Jones, Sam Darnold.
But Sam
Uh,
Darnold's done. Well, I mean, that he didn't. He was
yeah,
just
but
the
Sam
backup out
Darnold's going to
there.
ask for a lot of money too. You'd probably be paying close to what Brock Purdy's going to ask. Uh, Teddy Bridgewater apparently wants to come back. Tannehill's still out there. I think Jacoby Briskett's going to be out there. So, I mean, I would sign Purdy and just keep riding the Purdy train.
Yeah, shine it all at Mason Purdy.
Although, I mean, hypothetically, as a Cowboys fan, would you take a Debo Samuel and say a 4th for Dak and a 3rd?
If they would be willing to take a nice chunk of his contract, yes.
I don't think they would take it. Like, I don't think they would take that chunk because they're going to have to take a big chunk of Dak's.
No, I get that.
So I think it'd be basically canceling each other out from how much Debo's making with how much Dak's making.
No, I get that. That's what I'm saying. Like, Dak, Dallas is stuck with Dak.
Yeah.
So,
Well, unless they cut him like we did with Daniel.
uh,
Say,
I don't,
Giants got a penalty, but they also got some money back out of it. So, but
right?
all right, are we in or are we out? Bateman is the best receiver on the Ravens.
Dang it.
I'm going to say out solely because I'm counting in the tight ends and I'm putting Mark Andrews above him.
Okay.
But
If
if
we're
we're
gonna, if you're
solely
gonna
receiver core, I think Bateman's the best one out of all of them. Zay Flowers is flashy, but Bateman I think is better.
see, I felt like Flowers was great last year, and I mean, you saw how many times I was always trying to get Flowers, but this year I don't feel like Flowers is doing anything. So for wide receiver core itself, yeah, Bateman's better. But for longevity, I think Andrews would be better. So yeah, I'll go. Yeah, that yes, he is the best wide receiver for Baltimore.
So, all right. In or we out? With all the injuries piling up in Detroit, it's going to make them lose in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, I honestly have a feeling that it's yes, I'm in.
I say, I think it was 12 defensive players injured, four offense, and now they just lost Montgomery for the year.
Well, they said that wasn't it? Is it? Was I thinking of it right? It was Hutchinson who's trying to, if they make it to
Hutchinson
this.
could be back if they make it to the championship, like the conference. But
I
also,
don't
at
know.
that point, would you rush him back? Like maybe if you make the Super Bowl, yes, because you
I
got
was gonna
that two
say
week break. But I would not throw him in the conference game in case you guys lose and you just, risk him getting hurt once again.
I would wait till to see if you make it to the actual Super Bowl before throwing him out there. I wouldn't risk it. I like we've said before, Rogers. We feel like Rogers rushed back with an
Yeah.
injury.
Say
So I
I
say you
think
hold him off.
I think, you make Super Bowl, you put him in, he has like the greatest game he's ever had, and then, you know, he becomes Super Bowl MVP, you have something to talk about, and hey, there you go.
Right?
But
No, I agree. I say, but no, I do feel that the Detroit Lions are going to be hurting.
yeah, and I want to say that I feel like this receiving core is not as good as last year's. I mean, you got St. Brown and you got Tim Patrick, but I feel Laporta's kind of having a step back year, and something with Josh Reynolds last year, and then they got rid of him, so I don't think they have like that extra person that they need.
Do you think they should go try to find somebody who's a free agent right now and pick up to help them out?
Um, I think there's a really good possibility of an Odell signing. Um, I don't really know who else is out there that would really be worth it. Hunter Renfro, possibly, but Renfro hasn't played at all this year. You have
Yeah,
Odell, who's at least been in games and has suited up and caught a couple passes this year.
no, I agree. I just Detroit is hurting.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I hate to see Detroit possibly not make the Super Bowl after the great start that they have because of injuries, but that sometimes is the game.
I mean, the injury bug hits them. It just hits teams at a different time.
Say there was that year Buffalo went far and then their defense just got injured and they didn't make it. So, all
No,
right. We're going to stay on that train. In or we out? Despite a horrible loss, which I wouldn't even say was horrible, Detroit is still the top NFC team.
Yes, I still for NFC. Yes, I'm in on that. I feel like, um, despite the injuries, despite the loss, it, they're still showing that they can get it done. I mean, what they've lost 2 games now, 3 games,
Two.
2 games. So I mean,
And one I think was week 2 when they were still figuring things out as a team.
yeah, I knew it was beginning of the season, but no, I think they said that was their first loss, yeah, since September or something like that. But yeah, I mean, NFC side, they're showing that they're still the top dog. Like we were just talking a minute ago, it's going to be a bummer to see them possibly not make it far into the playoffs or even to the Super Bowl because of these injuries. But yes, they are still top dog in NFC.
So I feel like after Goff had a 5 touchdown, no interception, over 400 yard play, I'd still put them at the top. And I mean, I'm sure that there will be people in the comments or, on our social saying about Philly. And it's one of the reasons why I wish Pat was here to get a Philly fan perspective. But we also know how much Pat loves Detroit right now. So
Yeah,
I would have liked to have heard his weigh in on both sides. But yeah, I'd still put him at the top. I think
I,
you get a healthy Detroit team and you put them up against a healthy Eagles team, Detroit's winning 9 times
oh,
out of 10.
100% hands down right now.
So, all right. Well, if you don't mind, sir, we're gonna send it on over to you for your that catch though. So take it away, Tang.
Welcome to this week's episode of That Catch, though.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another episode of That Catch. Though I got three nominees, one honorable mention, and we'll get right into the honorable mention. It goes to Derek Stingley Jr. of the Houston Texans. Congratulations. My three nominees are Trent McDuffie from the Chiefs. Here's the video.
Winston downfield, end zone, on his knees.
The second video comes from Alvin Kamara of the Saints. Here's the video.
And now Cedric Wilson fires across the field.
And the third video comes from the Baltimore Ravens, Devontae Walker.
To the end zone, wide open. Did he get?
All right, you saw all three videos, and I know I'm going to get some flack for this. Just the reason I'm voting for this one is because it was his first catch and it was his first touchdown. So the Ravens, Devontae Walker, congratulations. Now, I already know you're going to give me some flack for that. Go ahead.
Yeah, because I felt like that wasn't even that great of a catch. I mean, yeah, the foot drag, but Devontae Adams had a way better catch.
It was a great catch, but
Justin Jefferson last night had a way better catch. Keenan Allen last night had a way better catch.
I'm not going to lie. I didn't look at last night's games.
Say, Keenan Allen had one where, like, it was literally an inch between grass and white, and he tiptoed, caught it while basically Michael Jackson out of bounds.
So that's my fault. I didn't watch last night's games.
Say, I would put McDuffie over. I would say I think McDuffie did better than that.
I'm going to just there was one I was going to nominate. What was the guy's name?
Was that Nick Bolton?
Yes. We're not going to get into it. But your text, I'm going to just put a small hint because I want them to go over to this week's hot take on our TikTok page. You'll be hearing more about it. But it was about the Nick Bolton catch.
You might see a day or two after that post, a special guest come on and make a post.
Okay. I can't wait.
Depending on how things are worded in Tank's post.
All right.
But no, here we go. I was gonna actually jump on and make this one a hot take on our TikTok, but I felt like it just needed to be on an in and out. And Joe Burrow should be in MVP talks.
I mean, he is leading the league in what touchdowns,
Touchdowns,
yards.
completions, yards.
I mean, so yes, I'm in 100%. It's
And the reason they're getting overlooked is one, they have a losing record, which I
correct.
think is the dumbest thing ever.
Hmm.
It's not his fault that they have the losing record. That defense is the problem. But then, two, they're not looking because they're going with, oh, they are always losing, so that's why he needs to throw a lot.
No, I completely agree, honestly, and it's and it's sad. It's to me, it's going back to the popularity vote, just like the Heisman was, and people can hate me for that.
Dude, I'm
I'm not
100% on
saying,
that.
huh?
I'm 100% on that.
I'm sorry. I'm not saying seeing Travis Hunter being playing both sides of the ball is not miraculously done. He's doing great, but he had a very moderate season.
My only
So
problem with it, before we move on from it, every year a running back has won the Heisman. Genty had did so much more than what they had did. Like Derrick Henry, Mark Ingram, and I think Reggie Bush.
wasn't it
He
Melvin
had,
Gordon?
I think so, but he had more yards. He had more touchdowns. He brought Boise State into the top, like what, five? Aren't they ranked four?
Four? I thought they're four.
Yeah. So he brought Boise from being unranked all the way into the number five and undefeated season.
Yeah,
And what? Colorado State's got at least like three losses.
it's because of Coach Sanders. But no, I agree. It's a popularity vote for the MVP for the NFL, and yes, Burrow definitely needs to be looked at.
Yeah. So, all right, now we're gonna hit to you. If Cooper Rush started the season instead of Dak, the Cowboys would be in the playoffs.
I don't want to say we'd for sure be in the playoffs, but I think we would have a better like we're at this rate where we're at now. We're in the hunt. Um, I think we're right now what 10th, ninth, something like that in the playoffs or in the NFC. But I think if Cooper had started, I think we would be sixth or not sixth, seventh or eighth. That's just my opinion.
Um,
So yes, I
I'm
do feel would be better.
I'm going to be completely honest with you, and I'm going to tell you that I'm completely out on this.
Huh?
And I can tell you there's a different person I would substitute in there. If Micah
Trey Lance.
Parsons never goes down, Dallas could have a chance of being in the playoffs. Because Parson went down the game after the Giants. And what, you guys went on like a 2 or 3 game losing streak, didn't you?
Pretty sure we did. I
No, you
mean,
beat the
there's too many
Steelers.
losses that
You
we've
beat the
had.
Steelers by like crap. And then you lost to the Lions, you lost to the Niners. And then Dak was hurt in the Niners game, correct? Because Cooper
Yeah,
started against the Falcons,
correct.
which you lost to the Falcons, you lost to the Eagles, you lost to the Texans. Um, Here's another reason why I'm going to say that I'm out. You won on some magical bull crap against the Commanders. Should have lost that game.
I agree.
You beat the Giants. It's the Giants. They're clearly tanking on purpose. And you beat Carolina. So I don't know if I can say Cooper Rush would have led you guys into the playoffs because you guys played bad teams.
That's why I said I think we'd be higher than we are now. That's why I said I think we're what 9 or 10 now, and I think we would be 7 or 8, maybe
Well, if you
seven.
put seventh, you're still in the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
I don't know, man. I wouldn't put it up there because, and I mean, in the Bengals game, you guys clearly should have won that game because On picture, I think the Cowboys have a better roster, but Cowboys messed up, and Amani
Cowboys should be doing.
Walrus, however you say his last name. Like I said last week, it was a giant at the beginning of the year. He had to get retribution against Dallas. Only reason you
It,
guys lost.
it, I wish Dallas would have done what the Giants are doing, tanking.
But
You do that right.
all right, I'm gonna hit another one at you. That is Dallas.
Okay.
In or we out? Dallas should trade Parsons in the offseason. His contract's coming up, and you could get a lot for trading Micah Parsons.
Dude, I'm iffy on this because you can tell the guy has a lot of loyalty in his blood and soul and everything. But you're right. We could get a lot, and we're hurting when with the CD contract with uh Dex
Yeah,
Dex
I
contract.
say that's the big thing, especially because of Dak.
So I'm gonna say yeah, honestly.
Say I think it would definitely benefit if you guys would just trade him. So,
I just don't want him to be traded to Washington, Philly, or Giants.
well, I mean, they have a choice in doing that. Um, I mean, it wouldn't likely happen because Raiders need a QB unless you guys would do a package of, say, Trey Lance and Parsons to move up to like pick two where they would be at. But I mean, you could do something like the Patriots, who are probably going to be pick three, trade them to the Patriots for their first round, and uh, Shadur goes, and then Cam Ward goes. Travis Hunter's right there. You take Travis Hunter because
Yeah,
if you move up, okay. Well, here's the thing: you could still get. Say, I think you guys are going to get like pick 12. You could get Hunter at third. You can get Genty at 12. Possibility.
I'll take it.
But all right, last one. Since Christmas is coming up, in or we out? Home Alone is the best Christmas movie. I already know your answer. This was more of a with Pat, but I already know your answer.
I'm trying to, it just doesn't look right. I'm out.
Yeah, I would say I knew you would be out.
I'm sorry. So we'll take it over to the other co-host, Tim, who has have a day. Take it away, Tim.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. We're about to hit playoffs, so have a day is going to be, slim pickings in playoffs. But all right, this running back had 110 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, 5 catches for 28 yards, and beat Tank's team in the playoffs of fantasy football, James Conner. Then we had this receiver with 9 catches, 159 yards, 2 touchdowns, and couldn't save my season in fantasy, Mr. Michael Evans. And this player luckily was on the bench and didn't play against Tank, or Tank would have lost by a whole lot more. This guy had 9 catches, 198 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a successful 2-point conversion. Mr. Devontae Adams, have a day. Man, just imagine that. If Grady played Adams and Connor, that would have been 70 points just between two people.
What was the score?
I think you lost by like 7. And like I said,
That's what I was
Jacoby Myers had 0 points going into the final 2 minutes of the fourth quarter and ended with 8. So in 2 minutes, he got 8 points that let Grady win. Because you were ahead by, I think, a point or two.
Oh well, I still had fun.
But all right, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you guys did enjoy.
Oh wait,
Hopefully,
whoa. we gotta do our rankings at number 32, or actually at 31. It's gonna be a T31, Dallas and the Giants.
I don't know, man. I, st- I still think the Raiders are worse than the Giants. I know the
And
Giants
we're
are
gonna put
probably going to get that pick one, but
1 through 10 is all new faces. Number one's going to be the Patriots. Number two is going to be Arizona. No, not Arizona. Let's go with Jacksonville. Number
nah,
three.
give me number one, Carolina. They tried. That's all that
Uh,
matters. As long as you tried. Actually, you know what? Screw it. Give Giants number one. Even though they got the absolute crap beat out of them by Baltimore, they kept trying in the end. You
they
know,
did.
ball on the 22-yard line, go for it on fourth down. Who cares?
I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
But, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you guys did enjoy. And I'm not going to spoil anything for you. I'll let the man do it himself. But Tank might have something special to tell you about in a couple seconds. But other than that, tell me in the comments who you think got snubbed between my segment and Tank's segment. Because once again, I think this is the third week in a row that I think Tank has picked the wrong person for that catch, though. And like I said last week, with this week, we had a chance to link up again. But take it away.
My people need to call your people, or your people need to call my people. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, you can follow us on the good old X, aka FKAARTA Twitter. You can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. Listen to us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify Podcasts. Don't forget, once we hit 100 subscribers on the YouTube page, one lucky fan subscriber will win a prize from yours. I would say Pat, but he's not here. But technically, he's part of us. So, Pat, Tim, Tank, we will officially get it out to you. Oh, and did you say surprise? Yeah, go over to the TikTok page. You'll hear the hot take. There's more. You will be getting a top 5 video coming out this week. I'm not going to spoil it out what kind of video it's going to be, but there's going to be a top 5, and I might have a special guest or two pop on. So other than that, I'll see y'all next week. Tank out. Peace, y'all.
Goodbye, everybody.